All
How are
right,
you?
this one comes in from Wall Street Apes over on X. Section 8 caseworker exposes people on Section 8 have 4 generations of family members on Section 8. Now,
Jeez.
for those of you who aren't aware, especially those of you on Rumble, because you have the collective IQ of about 72, Section 8 is referring to government housing. And in some cases, they'll say Section 8, shorthand for government benefits as well. They lie saying they have sicknesses that can't be proven to qualify and make friends, either their caseworkers, so they'll never be kicked off. Interesting. Is there a lot of them who have caseworkers that are friends? Probably. Quote, I went into a lady's house for an inspection and she said, I've had my voucher for 50 years. I made sure I got my daughter on a voucher. I made sure I got my granddaughter on a voucher. I couldn't get my son on a voucher, so I told them that he had asthma. He can't prove asthma or migraines. She told me because she
Jesus.
was telling me a way to scam the system. Because when I pull up in a 2013 Toyota Camry. There's usually a Lexus or BMW sitting in the yard. I look poor, and so many people tell me stuff to give me ideas, to help me out so that I can get some money from the government. But y'all keep on thinking I don't know it, okay? And since every one of you are going to ask me, yes, I reported it. But if your caseworker likes you, you're pretty much untouchable here. Like they'll give you ideas and help you do it. Go ahead and play the video.
I went into a lady's house for an inspection, and she said, I've had my voucher for 50 years. I made
Wild.
sure that I got my daughter on a voucher. I made sure I got my granddaughter on a voucher. I couldn't get my son on a
Oh, it's the
voucher.
same thing,
So
just in a
I told them
sassier
that he
tone.
had asthma.
hmm
You can't prove asthma or migraines.
Why do they always seem so proud? Like this is something I've said for a while. It's like this is that poor mentality where like they think that because they're on welfare and the government's like paying for this, like not bad, not great, like quality of life, that they're like gaming the system or they've like won or something. It's pretty.
Well, I mean, there's a strategy to it. Now, look, I am somewhat conflicted about this. I think that people who have made it should go get on government assistance because the only way you can get your tax dollars back from going to other people who are on government assistance. How's that? Does that make sense? You should, if you have made it in life, you're making $190,000 a year, you should somehow try to get on government assistance anyway.
Just quit
just,
your job.
yeah, just so that you can get your tax dollars back, which are subsidizing the people who are on government assistance to begin with. That's what I think.
And it would open up better jobs for other people, right?
That's
Because
right.
they'd have to quit.
That's the way to go.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
Yeah. It's just like Social Security. I
Well,
always
the
tell
worst part.
people, I'm like,
Go ahead,
don't
sorry.
wait. Don't wait on Social Security. Never wait on Social Security. They bank on the fact that you're going to wait to draw full Social Security because you're going to die in a couple of years. They're banking on that.
Mhm.
Like people will wait so that they get $300 extra a month. I'm like, never wait. Just take it immediately. That's like the day you're eligible for it, just take it. It almost never makes sense to wait. It's almost always stupid to wait. Just take it immediately.
Yeah,
Great job handling chunk yogurt. I've heard him called chunk yogurt. And that crazy woman. Keep it up. Will do. Will do.
so the people I actually feel bad for when it comes to like this type of thing is the people who make like just enough money that they're like just a hair above the cutoff for like assistance with like dental and all those expensive things that they can't afford because they're living paycheck to paycheck. They're actually like trying and like making an effort, but it pushes them like just over the edge to qualify for any government assistance, but
Yeah.
still not enough to be able to afford this shit on their own. Because that's got
Gerald
to be a
gifts 10
frustrating
Crucible
position.
memberships over on the R side. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's
Eh,
well, I mean, it's ridiculous. The whole thing is ridiculous. But when it comes to things like government assistance, there's no lockbox. What happens is the politicians voted themselves access to the Social Security fund, to the general fund.
Yep.
So there's no lockbox for any retirement whatsoever. And there's no reason to wait. The second if you can get any money back from the government, I almost never feel bad when a person does, and I'm like, yeah, good. Because the only way you'll ever get it back, they just give it to the worst loser pieces of shit on planet Earth. It's not like we even have a welfare system that's helping really people get a leg up who just need it. They were down on their luck. There's some temporary assistance available. It's just a subsidization program now. It just subsidizes people's entire existence. And so it's just such a system. I can't even defend it enough to tell people not to take advantage of it. The idea is too good, sir. It's collapsing reality. The whole it's the biggest scam ever.
All right, we got to finish this because I can't stand her face.
Shut up, mystery. At what point does taxation for the purpose of funding public assistance programs move from civil duty to clear redistribution efforts? Is bureaucracy waste the issue? So, look, I'm a big fan of kind of understanding that we can't always make precise or specific thresholds for when X becomes Y. When does it stop becoming assistance to people in the public who need help versus a massive redistribution policy? We can't really identify specific thresholds there. And so kind of the libertarian mindset there is like, well, it's just always redistribution. And then the progressive mindset is, nah, it's just always trying to help people who are in a bad spot. There's always going to be people around who take advantage of the system. What I think is that we can, just using base intuition, we can see when it moves from something which is we're trying to help people who are down in their luck to we're just trying to bribe the electorate. And that's what's happening right now. Progressives bribe the electorate with welfare funds. And that's why they say these slogans like vote in your own interest. What that means is vote for us and we'll give you free. We'll give you free. That's what it means. By the way, I know I'm not speaking Spanish here. I know that you guys know that this is true. When a politician says vote in your best interest and that's for me, what they mean is I'm going to give you free. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Say, Andrew, you're totally wrong about that. Nope, 100% correct about it. I'm a recovering heroin addict, and I can promise you 100% that all these systems are abused and fraud is committed against them 100%. Most of the people are just lazy garbage. I think you need to get rid completely of the state welfare system, period, from whether it's federal funding or state funding. I think there should be a federal law against it that it has to go to private charities, especially Christian charities. They seem to be much better at doing this anyway. They seem to be much better at doing it. Your church, I think, is more likely to help you, a person who actually needs it, over the state anyway. They're going to help everybody except you, especially if you happen to be of the wrong pigment, right? Anyway, go ahead, finish the video, mystery.
She told me because she was telling me a way to scam the system. Because when I pull up in a 2013 Toyota Camry. There's usually a Lexus or BMW sitting in their yard. I look poor, okay?
No, see, okay, so
poor.
let me address
And
this.
so,
This is a good point. I understand the point, right? Against it until you need it. No. I'm not disputing that there's people who, through no fault of their own, hit bad times. It happens. And I'm not disputing there's people through fault of their own who hit bad times who I still have sympathy for because we all do stupid. What I am saying is that the policy of the state taking tax-paid dollars, which they can leave in normal Americans' pockets, who will then give it to various churches who are in a much better position to give distribution to people who aren't junkies and everything else, and much better prepared to deal with abuses of their own systems, is a much better way to go about it than utilizing the state apparatus. That's what I'm saying. Not saying not to help people who are in need, the opposite. Just saying that the current system of the state distributing it is obviously extremely biased. Extremely biased. Anyway, finish the video.
many people tell me stuff to give me ideas to help me out so that I can get some money from the government. But y'all keep on thinking I don't know it, okay? And since every one of you are going to ask me, yes, I reported it. But if your case...
Okay, yeah, we already read that.
Churches don't do things like that hardly anymore. In fact, most churches that I've seen, Protestant, Catholic, and Orthodox, have funds which they collect for in order to distribute it, especially among their congregations if people hit hard times. Usually they'll have a specific fund for it. I think mine calls it a hardship fund. If you have a hardship fund, you can go to your priest and say, "Hey, listen, I need some help from the congregation. You know, I'm having a tough time. I'm not able to pay my mortgage this month, or somebody's sick in the family, something like this." And they'll give you, they'll go into the fund after they look into the details and help you out. That's what the point of distributing charity is. The idea of this welfare state being rife for abuse, like she says, all you have to do is have nepotism and that's it. This one likes you. She has an endless amount of government money at her disposal. She can award it to whoever the she wants. And they do all the time.